Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 34 of Project Architect 2, where today we built the SPS here, the superphase shifter, antimatter, and well, we're getting faded blocks, as well as why do I have TNT in my hand? Well, you're going to have to watch this episode to figure it out. And let's get right into this episode. All right, guys, let's get into this episode. Between episodes, I've downgraded this so it's just a single stack in both of these. I have already gathered all of them. I have been building up the polonium here, getting some in that. That's full. That's somewhat full. Because I had this going at different rates and wasn't paying attention, and that started filling up when this turned off. The way I was setting it, mostly because I was babysetting it to prevent a meltdown. Yeah, it's been a little bit. So we've got nuclear waste, polonium already prepped. I already got the polonium and plutonium pellets. I know that plutonium we need 72, and polonium pellets we need somewhere like 300 and some for it, for what we're going to make. First, I taught also the system how to auto craft all of these coils here, which is fun, fine, and dandy. It's gonna save us a lot of issues here. We need SCS, or is it SPS? I need 3 of these ports. That's like 12 plutonium pellets and 48 polonium pellets. And also we need 60 of these casings, where there's the other 60 and 240. Yeah, it's quite a bit for those guys. I also need some reactor casings here. Give me 1 second, we'll look it up. We need 123 structured glass. So we need did I say 123 of this? Plus whatever we have left from our previous build that I did over there that I decided to store and wait for. So we're just waiting for this to process all the iron blend to turn it into steel. So I'm gonna come on over here. We are going to set it up. I'm gonna double check the size, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have a 7x7 area that we could possibly get this into. But yeah, let me double check the size requirements, or the blueprint here. SPS mechanism off of the wiki, so I've gotten this off of the wiki so many times. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, okay. I think we can get away with this way. All right. This will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Want it closer to the water, so we'll say 1, 2, 3, 4. And pretty much this is a very easy, once you get the first side down, it's pretty easy getting the rest of these down. Because it follows the same pattern on all the sides here. On the bottom here, let's get the reactor. Or not reactor, structure glass. And we just fill this in here, like so. On each of these sides here, I'll show you here in just 1 second. We will set this up that it is 1, 2, 3, 5 on top of that, 3 times. Like so. Then we'll come up 1 over. And just fill this all in with structured glass right now. Now on this side here, it will be one of the ports here. So this will be where one of the ports are going to be at. So what I'm going to do is get structured glass here on this side. Let me pull this back up here real quick. I wanted to look at something real quick on the wiki for this. This is like one of my favorite things to finally get into the world because of how much polonium and plutonium it honestly takes. Takes a lot of it. Once you finally get this up and set up, it's like, we're finally to the antimatter stage of our gameplay here. All right. And on this side, I want one of the ports right here. The reason being is it's going to make my life a little bit easier having one of those ports right there. That's going to be for our output. we get this 3 on here, let's put up the reactor casing. Now, all of them get made the exact same way that bottom side did. So it's going to be a complete shell here. And most people do this differently. This is the way I've always done it. Mostly because it makes it easier to remember where you need to put parts at. And this way, like, you can get everything lined up right. And now the top, we need 1, 2, a SPC port on top. We're going to put the supercharged coil right there. Okay. And then fill this guy in with SPC glass. Exactly the same spots you're supposed to have them at and everything. So 1, 2, and 3 here. And break this piece of glass that's in the wrong spot. You know, I'm enjoying my red matter pickaxe. I used to think my red matter pickaxe was way too fast, but when you start using that one tool, and we have 4 SPC casings that need to just go right here in the corner. So like I said, that one tool just makes it so fast. Like, if you misclick, we should get the, yeah, there we go. We got the particle effects. So now we can see that we've made the super phase shifter set up here. I want to make sure that these are configured right. Input, output. So input will be power, and this would be an output one, which will be antimatter. So we can add the pressurized tube there. And in here we have 2000 polonium. In this we've got like 9,020 or 920,000. And we're still going through the backlog of no sleep and stuff. Let's see here. Now we want a flux point up here on the top of this. We are going to configure this to our network, and we're going to just allow it to bypass the limits. And as you can see here, I bet you if we kept that up, let's go look at our batteries. Yeah, I was kind of afraid of that with the batteries. It is already draining our batteries, so Yeah, this is not good. We are producing the same amount of power as we're taking in. And it's pretty much, I'm going to take power surge off, and I am going to tell it that it can only take 80K right now. So it's going to take a little bit for it to process at 80K. I think we're going to have to bump it up to maybe 100. Uh, 100K might be where we start seeing this make some progression. Bar is slowly going up. You know what? Run wild. Use the full 80K. We're getting 1 millibucket of antimatter here. It is going through our polonium. But we now need antimatter pellets. We only need 2 antimatter pellets here, so that is 1,000 antimatter each. So what I'm going to do right now is take a break, let the antimatter build up, and build the crystallized chamber to start processing this antimatter. Alright guys, after a bit of waiting here, a lot longer than I wanted, I made a gauge here, which is just glass panes and osmium ingot to make it a gauge dropper to gather up some antimatter in here. And what I want to do is just put it in here in the chemical crystallizer. While we're having it in this chemical crystallizer here, it's going to make us a couple antimatter pellets, which is what we need for the next thing that we're going to be making here, which is an anti-protronic nuclear synthesizer. We're going to be using this here along with this SPS, the super phase shift here, as well as this reactor. Let's place this up here. I am going to place this here. I'll set this down here. We're going to put this anti-protonic synthesizer in here. We're also going to set this chemical crystallizer down here again. Take this empty gauge. Empty that out. The reason why is, well, I do not think we need antimatter pellets for anything else. Antimatter pellets uses not making. Might need it for no, I'm not making that. Sorry, that's for the armor. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm not making any more of those, so things, so we don't need the pellets for antimatter. What we're going to do here is we're going to get this chemical tank here. Like I said, it's taking a bit for this to process here because we really have to run it at a low power to keep our power up and running and everything. But we're going to set the bottom to an output, eject on. This is going to get antimatter pellets in the left here. It's going to take power here. We're going to get the fading. We need what for these? Archeums. Yeah, we're going to need archeums now. We'll just take a stack of archeums here because we've got the EMC for it. We're just going to let it process this. And I'm just double checking. Yeah, the bottom, it should be getting power. And every time the antimatter gets done, it gives us a fading matter. So we've got fading matter now. We can just put it right in here. That actually means we are one step closer to... You know, there is a way to turn this back into antimatter. I might do that. We're supposed to take this, turn it into this, get a transmutation tablet for a shard. Let's see here. Fading matter. We will take this, take one of these. I just want to show you guys this here. TNT. We will go with the tiny TNT here because I think that's what we need, right? No, we need regular TNT, so... lever. We have those accessible in this? Yes, okay. And a transmutation tablet. Alright, so let's go down to our old base because I have no problems blowing up our old base. Alright, come over, say to here. We will set down the TNT. Let's claim these chunks here. Because, like, why not? It is, you throw this on the ground, you throw this on the ground, you place a lever, or lever, whichever you want to pronounce it, and blow it up. And there you go, you got your tiny shard. For some odd reason, it's saying... I think I needed to... Wait, okay. I needed final shards to make this recreation chamber here. To get the I don't understand that, but yeah, we've got our final shard. So next episode, we're going to work on this. We are going to set up the processing for the final star here. And I think we have like 3 more episodes left. So guys, what do you think of this series? Are you enjoying it? Would you like to see me do more with this series after we get the creative stuff? Or wrap up at the end of creative stuff? Leave your ideas down in the comments. I'll see you guys next episode. Until then, later, Gators.